As a child, Barbie dolls and television were forbidden at my house. I assumed it was on account of we were Jewish. I thought that, like mayonnaise and white bread, avoidance was a strong lifestyle suggestion. Or like getting socks for Hanukkah, it was a reminder of the suffering. But most importantly, in 1979, we were the only Jewish family living in Okemah, Oklahoma. And all my friends had Barbie dolls and TV. One day in second grade, my teacher, Miss Palmer, organized our entire class by race. Native Americans on one side of the room, Caucasians on the other. And because it was the 70s in Oklahoma, nobody had any problem with this, except for me. I didn't know what side of the room I belonged on. I knew I wasn't Native American because my parents had never mentioned it. But those Caucasian kids sure looked a lot like that forbidden Barbie. I quickly scanned my classmates for clues. Shoes, sneakers, all. Pants, blue jeans, mostly Sears, some Walmart. Shirts. Native Americans wear shirts with no collars and big pictures of animals, a hawk, a deer, a wolf howling at the moon. Caucasians wear shirts with collars and little pictures of animals. A crocodile, a penguin, a polo player riding a pony. Well, I knew that Mr. Ralph Lauren was Jewish, so I started to walk towards the white side of the room when Miss Palmer intercepted me and gently steered me towards the Indian side. Well, I'm a rule-following kid, so I don't object. I'm also very passive-aggressive, so I'm taking notes. Miss Palmer invites the white kids to take a seat in the first row, and she tells the rest of us to sit in the back of the room and fill out the tribal enrollment card on our desk. The first question is parents' name and occupation. Mommy, daddy, doctor. And the next question is grandparents' names. The next question is percentage of Indian blood. Full, 1/2, 1/4, 1/8. I can tell from the crescendo that this last question has most of the second grade confused. Miss Palmer goes desk to desk, asking, were your grandparents raised on tribal land or on city land? Were your parents or you born in the Indian clinic or the white hospital? At my desk, Miss Palmer checks the box 1/2 and takes my card. Then she goes to that first row of desks, puts her hands on her hips, and in that sing-songy second grade teacher voice, she says, boys and girls, never let anyone tell you you're worthless just because you're Native American. The government gives us a quarter every day you come to class. I had the same reaction. I was 8, and all I could think was, I am so glad I'm Jewish, because even with all that suffering, it still sounds so much worse to be Indian. That night at supper, my parents asked me what I learned in school that day. I tell them, I learned Miss Palmer thinks I'm Native American, and I wait for them to freak out. But there's no reaction. Maybe they misunderstood. My teacher says that I am an Indian. Still no response. Finally, my father leans towards me and says, and that is the moment I realized I've made a miscalculation. Over the next few years, I would find out that I am Muskogee Creek Indian on my father's side. And the reason he never mentioned it was because in second grade, he was made to feel worthless. And he didn't go over that shame until after he graduated from Harvard Medical School. But to answer my parents' question, what did I learn at school that day? I learned that words are powerful and to choose yours carefully, because you never know how long something you say will stay in someone's heads and hearts.